Hello everyone, how are you? Hope you are doing very well. Welcome to our science class. Today we will start lesson 2 in unit 9. So it's about what is the state. Actually we will talk about what are the states of water. So during this class time we will cover page 365 until 367. So if you are ready, please open page 365. During lesson 2 we will learn about the states of matter. What are they? Solid. We will learn about solid, liquid, and gas. So three of them represent my states of matter: solid, liquid, and gas. And also we will learn about evaporation and condensation. So they will be lesson vocabularies. You already know what does it mean evaporation and condensation from water cycle. So during this class time we will also learn about solid, liquid, and gas, because these three of them represent the states of matter. So if you want to compare solid and liquid, we can say ice takes up more space than water. So during this class time we will also learn about their similarities and differentiates. How can I know them? Solids like these ice cubes have a definite shape and volume, like you see in this picture. Volume is a measure of how much space matter takes up. By looking at this ice cube, it's clear how much space they take up, right? When you check the picture, you can see how much space they take up. You can measure it. So what about liquids? So for liquids, this is kind of different. These liquids have different shapes. For example, check them. They have different shapes. How can I know it? If you pour, for example, while drinking water, you pour the water in a glass, right? So when you pour the water into the glass, the water shape is actually glass shape. They are same. So these liquids have different shapes. That's because liquids take on the shape of their container, like drinking water from the glass. So, like solids, liquids have a definite volume, but they don't have a definite shape. So, when you pour the liquids inside of a container, they take up this shape. So, let's check the gas. Do you see the steam coming out of the kettle? So, even if you cannot see the gas, but right now you can see it from the picture, you can feel the gas. This steam also is an example for a gas. So that's a sign that water vapor, a gas, has been produced. We can see the picture and we can say it's my evidence there is gas. Gas is the third state of matter. What about the first and second? Remember, solid and liquid, and third one is right now gas. Gas do not have a definite volume and do not have a definite shape. Although you cannot see gas, the steam tells you that a gas is in the air. Check, you can see the steam. So steam is also example for a gas. This steam tells you that a gas is in the air. The steam forms when invisible water vapor condenses to form tiny water droplets. When you breathe and your lungs fill with air, that's another sign that a gas is present, right? What about this? This is also another type of gas. You can see it. Check this gas, and this is liquid. So gas spread out to fill space. Because of this, they don't have a definite shape or volume. However, they can be squeezed or compressed into a container. When you put a lid here, you can compress it. Perfect. Okay, right now let's check your book. Please open page 365. It's asking for how does heating this frozen treat affect it. Think about it. If it gets enough hot, so it will turn what? Liquid, right? when it gets hot enough, the solid turns into a liquid. What about liquids? When the liquid gets hot enough, what will be happens? When the liquid gets hot enough, the liquid turns into a gas, right? Remember, they are states of matter: solids, liquid, and gas. Good job. So at the end of this class, what we said, lesson vocabularies. What are they? 3 states of matter. First one is solid. We will learn about solid. The second one is liquid. The third one is gas. And after matter of states of matter, what we will learn? What is evaporation and what is condensation? But you already know what are they from water cycle. We will just remember them. So right now, please open page 366. Let's talk about solid, liquid, and gas. How they are similar, how they are different from each other. Let's check. It says a solid is matter that takes up a definite amount of space. A solid also has a definite shape. Definite amount of space and definite shape. Definite amount of space represent definite volume. So, what about liquids? Liquid is matter that also takes up a definite amount of space. It means it has definite volume, but it does not have a definite shape. Remember, when you pour the water into a container, it will take the container's shape. So, what about gas? Gas is matter that does not take up a definite amount of space and does not have a definite shape. So it doesn't have volume, it doesn't have a shape. Let's check at our graph. So for solid, what we say? Solids has definite amount of space and definite shape. What about liquids? Liquids have definite amount of space, but they don't have definite shape. What about gas? Gas don't have a definite amount of space, and also gas don't have definite shape, right? So you can remember this graph. Let's check. So how is a solid different from a liquid? It's asking for what is difference. I know both of them have definite amount of space, but while solids have definite shape, liquids don't have definite shape. So this is the difference between solids and liquids. What about my second question? It's asking for how is a liquid different from a gas? Check them. Liquid and gas. Right now I need to check this for space and shape. So when I check down for liquids, I can see liquids don't have definite shape, but gas also don't have definite shape. So it means both of them don't have any different shape. So this is their similarities. What about difference? I need to check this part. I know I can say while liquids have definite amount of space, gas don't have a definite amount of space, right? So when you check this table, you can compare 2 or 3 states of matter. Let's continue. It says identify the solids, liquids, and gas in the picture by writing S, L, or G in each box. For solid, we will write S. For liquids, we will write L. And for gas, we will write G. So, what about curtains? Check. First of all, let's check my table. Solid should have definite amount of space and definite shape. When you check curtains, it has volume and it has shape. Right. So it means curtains is solid. What about ribbon? When you see in this picture, for example, this one, it has a definite shape, right? And it also has definite volume. Good. So ribbon is also solid. What about ice cubes? Remember the beginning of this class. What about ice cube? They are solid, liquid, or gas. They are inside of liquid. But ice cube is solid because ice cube has a definite amount of space and definite shape. What about orange drink? So while explaining ice cube, I already said it. What I said, ice cube inside of the liquid. So orange drink is my liquid, and when you put the orange drink inside of a container, inside of a glass, it will take up the shape of the glass, right? So orange drink is liquid. Good. Right now let's check page 367. What about air in balloon? We said we cannot see gas, but we can feel them, like your breathing. Okay? So air in balloon, you cannot see it, but you can feel it, right? So air in balloon is gas. What about bubbles? Bubbles inside of your drink. Bubbles is also example for gas. What about plastic? Plastic has definite shape, right? And definite volume. So in this situation, it will be solid. Plastic also is an example for solid. Good job. Let's answer the question now while checking the table. It's asking for how are solids, liquids, and gas alike. I know these three things, all the matters, all the states of matter. So we can say they are all states of matter. Three states, remember, solids, liquids, and gas. What about difference? How are liquids different from gas? Check. This line for liquids and this line for gas. So when I check them, I can see they are same, right? So this is their similarities. It's asking for what is different. I can say while liquids have definite amount of space, it means definite volume, gas do not. So I can write liquids have a definite volume and gas do not. So this part is difference between liquids and gas. What about liquids and gas alike? So it's asking for how are liquids and gas alike? What is the similarities? While checking them, we say this part shows their similarities. So we can say neither has a definite shape, right? Because when I check liquids, I can see liquids don't have definite shape. And when I check it for gas, I can say gas don't have definite shape. In this situation, I can say neither has a definite shape. Good. What about liquids and solid this time? It say how are liquids and solids alike? What is the similarities between them? So I know this line, this row is for solids, this row is for liquids. So it's asking for similarities. In this part, I need to check what's different, what is the similarity. So when I check this column, I can see this is the difference between them. But when I check these two, I can see they are similar, they are same. In this situation, I need to consider this part. So I can say both have definite amount of space. It means both have definite volume, right? Good job. So what about the last question? It's asking for how are liquids and solids different? While explaining the previous question, I already said it. So for solid, I need to check this row. For liquids, I need to check the second row. It's asking for difference between them. So let's check definite amount of space. This part is similarity between solids and liquids. So next part should show actually the difference between solids and liquids, right? So in this situation, I can say while solids have definite shape, liquids don't. So I can write solids have a definite shape and liquids do not, because when you pour a liquid inside of a container, they will take up the shape of the container. So they don't have a definite shape. Good job. Thank you so much for listening. Take care of you.